Imagine you're driving through the heart of America, exploring its famous cities, but there's a darker side that many don't talk about. Beneath the surface of some of the most iconic cities in the United States lies a troubling reality: high crime rates, especially violent crime. In today's video, we're taking you through the top 10 most dangerous cities in the US for 2024. Stay with us until the end. You may be shocked by which cities made the list and what factors contribute to their ranking. You might think, what does this have to do with me? Whether you're planning to visit, relocate, or are just curious, knowing the safety levels of these cities can impact your choices. And it's not just about numbers. Understanding what fuels crime in these places can offer insight into broader social issues that affect millions of people. Let's uncover the stories behind these cities and how they landed on this list. Number 1. St. Louis, Missouri. St. Louis, often associated with its iconic Gateway Arch, unfortunately also holds the title of one of the most dangerous cities in the U.S. Violent crime in this city, particularly homicides, far exceeds the national average. Despite being a cultural hub with museums, parks, and a rich history, St. Louis continues to struggle with severe crime, especially in specific areas like North St. Louis. This city has topped crime charts for years, and in 2024, it remains a major concern. The driving forces behind this violence include poverty, unemployment, and a long history of strained police-community relationships. Assaults, armed robberies, and shootings plague certain neighborhoods, creating a challenging environment for residents. For tourists, while many areas like the Central West End and downtown remain safe, it's essential to stay cautious and informed. Despite its reputation, St. Louis has plenty to offer. From its famous blues music to its architectural landmarks, visitors are advised to stay within well-known areas and avoid risky neighborhoods, particularly at night. The city's leadership continues to push for change, but it remains a place where crime rates are a major concern. Number 2. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit's history is filled with ups and downs. Once the heart of America's auto industry, it has struggled with economic decline and a high crime rate for decades. In 2024, Detroit remains one of the most dangerous cities in the country, with violent crime, including homicides and assaults, a daily reality for many residents. The city's east side and parts of downtown are notorious for high crime rates, where poverty and unemployment contribute to the ongoing issues. Drug trafficking and gang violence are prevalent, and law enforcement often faces an uphill battle in curbing these activities. However, Detroit has seen some improvements in recent years with revitalization efforts in certain neighborhoods, but progress is slow. Visitors can still enjoy Detroit's music scene, historic landmarks, and revitalized downtown. However, it's crucial to remain vigilant, avoid certain neighborhoods, and stick to tourist-friendly areas. Detroit is a city in recovery, but safety concerns still loom large for both residents and visitors alike. Number 3. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore is a city of contrasts, known for its scenic inner harbor and rich history, but also for its high crime rate. In 2024, Baltimore continues to grapple with violent crime, particularly homicides and gun violence. Much of the violence is concentrated in specific neighborhoods, while tourist areas remain relatively safe. Baltimore's crime problems are rooted in systemic issues such as poverty, drug addiction, and limited economic opportunities. Areas like West Baltimore and parts of East Baltimore experience some of the highest crime rates, with frequent shootings and drug-related violence. Despite law enforcement efforts, the city's crime rates remain stubbornly high. For visitors, the key is to stay in well-known, safe areas like the Inner Harbor or Fells Point. Baltimore has much to offer culturally, but understanding the city's challenges is crucial to navigating it safely. The local government is working on reform, but it will take time to see significant changes. Number 4. Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, a city with a rich musical heritage, including being the birthplace of blues, unfortunately ranks among the most dangerous cities in the U.S. for 2024. With an extremely high violent crime rate, Memphis struggles with homicides, robberies, and assaults, especially in certain neighborhoods. Much of the crime is driven by economic hardship, gang activity, and drug trafficking. North and South Memphis, in particular, are hotspots for violence, and while law enforcement is actively working to reduce crime, the city faces an uphill battle. Residents often feel the pressure of living in a place where safety is a daily concern. Memphis still attracts millions of tourists each year, drawn to its music history and cultural attractions like Beale Street and Graceland. For visitors, it's best to stay in tourist-heavy areas and avoid traveling alone at night. While Memphis is full of life and culture, its crime rate is a serious consideration for anyone living or visiting there. Number 5. Cleveland, Ohio. Cleveland, another Midwestern city with a storied history, also faces significant challenges with violent crime. While the city has made strides in revitalizing its downtown and attracting tourists, Cleveland remains one of the most dangerous cities in America in 2024. The east side of Cleveland, in particular, struggles with high rates of homicides, robberies, and assaults. These crime rates are fueled by economic inequality, unemployment, and issues related to drug addiction. While police are working to address these concerns, progress is slow, and residents in certain neighborhoods continue to feel the effects of violence daily. Cleveland has a lot to offer, from its passionate sports culture to its museums and Lake Erie views. Tourists are advised to stick to well-trafficked areas like downtown or Ohio City. For visitors, Cleveland can be a fantastic destination, but caution is advised, especially when exploring lesser-known parts of the city. Number 6. Albuquerque, New Mexico. Albuquerque may not be the first city that comes to mind when thinking of high crime rates, but in 2024, it continues to struggle with violent crime, particularly in terms of assaults, robberies, and gang violence. Known for its beautiful desert landscapes and rich Native American history, Albuquerque is grappling with serious safety concerns. A significant portion of the crime in Albuquerque is linked to drug-related violence and gang activity, particularly in certain neighborhoods on the city's west side. While the city is working to address these issues, the violent crime rate remains a challenge, impacting both residents and visitors. Despite these challenges, Albuquerque is still a city worth visiting, offering cultural festivals, stunning desert views, and a rich heritage. However, tourists should stay informed and avoid high-crime areas, especially after dark. The city's leadership is pushing for reforms, but it remains a city where caution is necessary. Number 7. Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City is known for its barbecue, jazz music, and sports teams, but it's also known for its high violent crime rate. In 2024, the city continues to rank among the most dangerous in the U.S., with violent crime, particularly homicides, posing a significant threat to residents in certain areas. The city's crime is concentrated in areas like the East Side, where poverty, drug trafficking, and gang violence are persistent issues. Law enforcement is working to combat these problems, but Kansas City remains a dangerous place in many respects. With residents often living in fear of becoming victims of crime, Kansas City still offers plenty to visitors. From its lively downtown to the famous Power and Light District, tourists should be aware of their surroundings and stick to well-known areas, particularly at night. With the right precautions, Kansas City is an exciting place to explore, but safety is always a concern. Number 8. New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans is world-renowned for its culture, food, and festivals, but it also struggles with violent crime. In 2024, the city continues to be plagued by homicides, armed robberies, and assaults, particularly in certain neighborhoods. While tourists flock to areas like the French Quarter, residents in other parts of the city face a much different reality. Crime in New Orleans is driven by economic inequality, drug trafficking, and systemic issues in law enforcement. Areas like Central City and the Lower Ninth Ward see some of the highest rates of violent crime. Despite efforts by local police, the city's crime rate remains one of the highest in the country. For visitors, New Orleans remains a must-see destination, but it's important to stay within tourist-heavy areas and avoid venturing into high-crime neighborhoods after dark. The city's cultural richness and unique vibe make it a worthwhile destination, but safety should always come first. Number 9. Stockton, California. Stockton, California, a city located in the Central Valley, has struggled with crime for years. In 2024, it remains one of the most dangerous cities in the country, with high rates of violent crime, including homicides and robberies. Stockton's crime problems are largely concentrated in certain neighborhoods plagued by poverty and gang activity. The city's challenges are fueled by economic hardships, high unemployment, and gang-related violence. While law enforcement is working to address the problem, Stockton's crime rate remains higher than the national average, making it a tough place for many residents. Despite its challenges, Stockton is home to a rich agricultural history and a growing art scene. Visitors should take care to avoid high crime areas and stay alert, particularly in less populated parts of the city. Stockton is working to improve its safety, but for now, it remains a city with significant crime issues. Number 10. Oakland, California. Oakland, located just across the bay from San Francisco, has a complex reputation, known for its rich cultural diversity, vibrant art scene, and deep-rooted activism. It's also one of the most dangerous cities in the United States. In 2024, Oakland continues to face high rates of violent crime, including homicides, assaults, and armed robberies, particularly in certain parts of the city. The areas most affected by crime include East Oakland and West Oakland, where issues like gang violence, drug trafficking, and poverty have persisted for years. Despite law enforcement efforts, the city struggles to bring down its crime rates, which remain far above the national average. Residents in these areas are often wary of their safety, with gun violence being a daily concern. For visitors, Oakland's downtown and the areas around Lake Merritt are generally safer, offering a vibrant cultural experience with restaurants, galleries, and events. However, it's crucial to avoid high-crime neighborhoods, especially at night. Oakland has a lot to offer with its rich history and community-driven events, but understanding the risks is important for anyone exploring this dynamic city. These 10 cities each have their own unique stories, but they share one common issue: high crime rates that deeply affect the lives of their residents. While it's easy to look at crime statistics and point fingers, it's important to remember that the challenges these cities face are often tied to deeper issues like poverty, inequality, and limited economic opportunities. By understanding the roots of these problems, we can start to discuss real solutions that go beyond just increasing police presence. What do you think? Do you live in or near any of these cities? Have you visited them? Let us know your experiences in the comments below. And if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future episodes. Stay tuned as we continue to explore the hidden stories behind the places we live and travel to, only on Discovering the Earth. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into America's most dangerous cities. Remember, knowledge is power, and by staying informed, you can make smarter, safer decisions whether you're a resident or a traveler. Until next time, stay safe and keep discovering the world with us on Discovering the Earth.